Hey there, junior scientists! Are you ready for an adventure? Today we're going on an exciting adventure into the microscopic world of cells. It's a place so small, yet so full of wonders. Imagine yourselves as super detectives, but instead of solving crimes, we're going to unlock the secrets of life itself. Sounds thrilling, right? Now let me ask you this. Have you ever wondered what living things are made of? What makes up everything around us? I mean really small stuff. Stuff so tiny it's almost impossible to see without special tools. Everything in the universe, from the smallest ant to the tallest tree, is made up of tiny building blocks called cells. These cells are the foundation of all life. Think of cells like Lego bricks. Just like how millions of Lego bricks can be put together to build amazing structures, millions and billions of cells come together to form all living organisms. It's like nature's very own construction set. Pretty cool, right? It's fascinating how something so small can create something so complex. Now these cells are so small that you can't even see them with your naked eye. They're invisible to us without help. That's where microscopes come in handy, acting like super-powered magnifying glasses that allow us to peek into this hidden world. They reveal the unseen. Trust me, it's a pretty amazing sight. The colors and details are like a whole new universe. So, are you ready to put on your detective hats and dive into the fascinating world of cells? Let's go. There's so much to discover and explore. For centuries, people were clueless about what made living things tick. It was like a big mystery waiting to be solved. But then, along came some brilliant scientists who, using their powers of observation and some pretty cool inventions, started to unravel the truth about cells. One of the earliest cell detectives was a clever chap named Robert Hooke. In 1665, he used a microscope to examine a thin slice of cork, and guess what he saw? Tiny compartments that reminded him of the small rooms where monks lived, which were called cells. And that's how cells got their name. Then came Anton van Leeuwenhoek, a Dutch scientist who built even more powerful microscopes. With his super-powered lens, he was the first to observe living cells, like bacteria swimming in a drop of water. He called them animalcules, which means tiny animals. Can you imagine the look on his face when he saw these tiny creatures moving around? Over time, scientists began to piece together all their observations and discoveries about cells, leading to groundbreaking insights. This collaborative effort led to the development of the cell theory, a fundamental concept in biology that explains the nature of living organisms and their cellular structure. Think of it as the rule book for cells, outlining the essential principles that govern cellular life. The cell theory has three main points or pillars, each crucial to our understanding of biology. First, it states that all living organisms are composed of one or more cells, making cells the building blocks of life. Whether it's a giant elephant or a tiny bacterium, cells are the basic unit of life, forming the foundation of all living things. Second, it says that the cell is the basic unit of structure and function in all living organisms, acting as the smallest unit that can perform all life processes. This means that cells are not just building blocks, they are like tiny factories that carry out all the processes necessary for life, such as taking in nutrients, getting rid of waste, and even reproducing. They are dynamic and essential for survival. Finally, the cell theory states that all cells come from pre-existing cells, ensuring continuity of life. This means that cells don't just magically appear, they are formed through the division of existing cells, passing on genetic information from one generation to the next, ensuring the perpetuation of life. Section 4. Tiny cells, big impact, from single cells to you and me. Now, based on the number of cells present, organisms can be classified into two main groups, unicellular and multicellular. This fundamental distinction shapes the very fabric of life on our planet. Unicellular organisms, as their name suggests, are made up of just a single cell. Despite their simplicity, they are marvels of efficiency and adaptability. These single-celled heroes might be tiny, but they are incredibly diverse and can be found in almost every environment on Earth, from the depths of the ocean to the inside of your gut. Their resilience and versatility are truly astounding. Some examples of unicellular organisms include bacteria, amoebas, and paramecia. Each of these organisms plays a crucial role in their respective ecosystems. They can do pretty much everything that multicellular organisms can do, like eat, reproduce, and get rid of waste, all within the confines of a single cell. It's like having a miniature, self-sufficient world in a microscopic package. Imagine that, an entire organism packed into one tiny cell. It's a testament to the incredible efficiency of nature. Multicellular organisms, on the other hand, are made up of many cells that work together in a coordinated manner. This cooperation allows for greater complexity and specialization. You and I, along with all other animals, plants, and fungi, fall into this category. Our bodies are composed of trillions of cells, each with a specific role. In multicellular organisms, cells are organized into tissues, organs, and organ systems, each with its own specific function. This organization allows for the incredible diversity of life forms we see around us. Think of it like a well-oiled machine, with each part working together to keep the entire organism running smoothly. This intricate coordination is what makes complex life possible. Section 5. Fun Fact Break. Hold on tight because it's time for some fun facts about cells. Did you know that the largest cell in the human body is the female egg, which is about the size of a grain of sand? That's pretty impressive for a single cell. And here's another one. The smallest cell in the human body is the sperm cell, which is about 100 times smaller than the egg cell. Talk about a tiny swimmer, but don't underestimate its importance. It carries all the genetic information from the father to be passed on to the offspring. Now get ready to have your mind blown. The average human adult is made up of trillions of cells. That's right, trillions with a T. That's more stars than there are in the Milky Way galaxy. It's mind-boggling to think about how many cells are working together right now to keep you alive and functioning. Section 6. Cells. The superheroes of life. Cells are like tiny superheroes working tirelessly behind the scenes to keep us alive and thriving. They fight off infections, repair damaged tissues, and even help us think and learn. Pretty amazing, right? For example, when you get a cut, your skin cells work overtime to repair the wound and prevent infection. When you eat a delicious meal, your digestive system cells break down the food into nutrients that your body can use for energy and growth. And when you learn something new, your brain cells form new connections to store that information. Cells are also essential for the growth and development of all living organisms. From a single fertilized egg, cells divide and differentiate to form all the different types of cells that make up a complete organism. From your bones and muscles to your brain and heart, it's like a perfectly choreographed dance of life, all orchestrated by these incredible tiny cells.